Now our next step is going to be to clean up the disk. This includes the registry. Okay, so what you want to do is we're going to download two different software programs to help us do this rather than navigate our way through all the different things in Windows. Okay, so the first thing we're going to look for is CCleaner, CCleaner. And then under the CCleaner, just click the download link. Okay, now you'll see here that you can support them by becoming a premium supporter for $24.95. Or you can just download it down here. You can download it from one of these mirrors. So just click on that. And then right over on the right hand side here, just click that. And then it starts a download for us. There it is. Okay, so just download it and then open the file up and install. Okay, so it just runs a standard installer here, so pick your language. Okay, and then you go through the setup wizard. Usually you don't really have to change anything in here, agree. Okay, you can check or uncheck any of these. For instance, add desktop shortcut, add start menu shortcut. Okay, so any of these that you want to uncheck, you can. Otherwise, just leave them as the defaults. Click install, and it's going to install that one on your computer for you. Okay, uncheck these. Okay, so here it goes. And it downloads the install files on the fly while it runs this. So it takes a minute depending on your connection speed. And then it does an install from there. Okay, so that's done for now. Let's not run this right now because we're going to go get another program. The next program we want is called Glary Utilities. So go back to Google again. Okay, we type in Glary Utilities. Okay, and then we'll go to the site. We've got CNET here. Okay, this is what it looks like. So download now over on the left. Okay, and it automatically will pop up a window in a minute or so. Here it is. Okay, same thing again. We need to download it and run it. Okay, so again we go through the language. Okay, click next. Accept the terms. Click next. Okay, I don't want the toolbar. Okay, do a quick install. Okay, now let's launch Glary Utilities. And the program will come up here in a second. Okay, so here's what it looks like. Let me get rid of this background here. Okay, first go to Cleanup and Repair, and then run the disk cleaner. Okay, so it'll bring up your disks here, and you can check or uncheck any that you don't want to be scanned. Down here you have some options. Okay, and it just shows you the types of files that it's searching for. Now normally you don't need to touch this, but if you want to add or remove any file types, you can do it here. Let's just leave that the way it is. Click next. Okay, right now it's doing a scan to check what kind of stuff we have laying around here. And that will just run and get rid of all the junk that's on our disk for us. Okay, now as you can see, I've already cleaned up my computer pretty well, so there's not much on mine, but this can get pretty large after a while. Okay, let's click Next. Okay, and then it cleans the temporary files up. It just goes through and gets rid of them for you. Just wait for that to finish. Okay, now there's more options up here, but we've already done that step, which was to remove Windows components that we don't need. Okay, so let's close that. Next, we want to go to the registry cleaner. This is very important. The Windows registry is the file or the folder that holds all the information about our software. So it can get fragmented as we put programs on and as we uninstall them. They could get corrupted. So what we want to do is go in here, we want to scan the registry for problems. This doesn't really take very long for it to do this. It goes through and does a scan for you and finds any problems first. So let's let that run. Okay, now just see here, it found 242 problems in my registry. So I can click Repair, and our registry is now repaired for us. Okay, so we'll close that. Okay, Shortcut Fixer. This just finds any shortcuts that you're not using on your computer and deletes them for you. And Uninstall Manager, we've already been there, so nothing to do there. Okay, let's go to the Optimize and Improve. Here we can go to the Startup Manager. And what we can do is we can set certain programs to not run at startup, or we can set them to delay. Okay, so as you see, I have some of these set to delay and some of them to run on startup. Alright, so basically all you do is uncheck anything that you don't want to run at startup, and if you want to delay it, let's see here. Let's go to SugarSync, for instance. Let's delay that. So you just click delay and it moves it down into the delay area down here for us. You'll see it's under delay. Okay, so what happens now is it runs all of these on startup, and then the computer starts, and a little while later it'll start running these. That way it's not bogged down trying to get everything started at the same time. Okay, so let's close that. Memory Optimizer, we don't need to worry about this with Windows 7. Registry defrag. Okay, like I said before, the registry can have errors in it, and we've gotten rid of 247 errors or something like that. So now what's going to happen is there's going to be big holes in the registry. So let's click Next here. What this does is it defrags a registry and puts everything together. It's just like defragging your hard disk, which we'll get to later, but this only works on the registry so that your registry can be read much quicker without the disk having to search all over the place. So you have to close any antivirus programs you have running before you can do this. Okay, so I'll click OK once I've done that. And it goes through and analyzes the registry first. Alright, so it did an analysis, and here's what it came up with. 8% fragmented. So I can click Next and defrag the registry. A reboot's going to be required. I'm going to cancel that because it's not that fragmented. Okay, so that's all we need to do with Glare Utilities. It's now set up a number of things for us. So let's open up CCleaner now. Okay, and it does a number of the same things, but we can run it anyway because it may pick up some things that were missed by Glare Utilities. So let's run it and see if it comes up with anything. Okay, now you notice in this case, it's going to delete about 3 gigabytes worth of files that were not picked up by Glare Utilities for whatever reason. So So let's run the cleaner, and it cleans those up for us. Okay, so registry, we can do another test, see if it picks up anything further. Now keep in mind, if I ran this one, CCleaner first, and then ran Glare Utilities would pick up some things that CCleaner missed as well. So we need to run both of them to make sure that we get everything. Okay, so as you see here, we picked up a bunch of different issues. So let's fix the selected issues. I'm going to back this up, so I just click yes and then save it to my disk. Okay, and then we'll just select all, or fix all selected issues, and close. Okay, tools. We've already done some of this. We can go into System Restore here, and this is going to show you your System Restore points, and you can delete any points that are older that you don't want anymore. Okay, so we can remove older restore points. Okay, and then, so we're just going to keep the current restore point. Okay, so that'll free up some more space. All right, so that's it. We now have our files all cleaned up. Now there's one more thing we're going to do, and we're going to set a defrag of the disk to run at night. Okay, so to do that, what we want to do, we're going to go to the control panel. Okay, then we're going to go to System and Security. And then down on Administrative Tools, you'll see Defragment your hard drive. Click on that. Okay, now you'll see here that it's scheduled defrag to run at 1 a.m. every Wednesday. So you can change that. Just configure the schedule here. And make sure that you schedule it for some time when your computer is going to be turned on. And you're going to want to make sure it's not interfering with anything else. So weekly is usually good. You can pick a day. So Sunday, whatever day, and then here you can select your disks. Okay, click OK. And now your disk is going to automatically be defragged at that time. Now you can also defrag your disk now, just by clicking Defragment Disk, and it will run it immediately. Okay, so it's going to go through an analysis, and it's going to figure out how fragmented your disk is, and then it will defragment it if it needs to be defragmented. Okay, so it's done an analysis. As you see, it's running right now, so you just let that run through the first time, and you can stop it at any time without causing any damage. Okay, so at this point we have our disk all cleaned up.